This is so refreshing. Well, the creator of All That Color, husband and father of 4 from Atlanta, Georgia, the producer of The Pond is with us. Charlie Richards, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You're also the president of Isaac Entertainment.
Correct.
And everything has a reason. Why Isaac?
Well, it comes from scripture where Sarah was told that she was going to have a baby, and she was rather old at the time. And so she named her son Isaac, which means laughter.
You're bringing children. Maybe not laughter every minute. There's a lot of life lesson
Guaranteed
happening.
laughter.
But there will be laughter because these characters are so cute. And you designed them and named them all?
I did. And some of them are named or designed after people I know, too.
Oh, do they know that?
Well, yes. My wife recognized herself in Floyd and his absolute obsession with chocolate.
Floyd the Turtle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There he is on the cover of this one.
Now, he's not all that intelligent, so, but that has nothing to do with my wife.
Okay, you just saved
It's
yourself.
all chocolate. It's all
about
his
chocolate.
obsession with sweets is my wife, and my daughter now. Who takes after my wife completely in that world.
How old are your children?
My son is 8, daughter 5.
Look at the steam coming out of his. He's just working at this. Keep going. You're
terrible?
You're making
Isn't
it.
that terrible? Son 3, and then I have another 10-month-old daughter.
Brand new daughter.
Boy, girl.
Very
Brand
good.
new, right?
Yeah. And what age group are the Pond friends geared to?
It's I was thinking 3 to 8 when I made it. But I also wanted to capture parents. It's very important to me that the humor attracts parents. You'll notice in there's a lot of humor for adults, and you see that even in the clip that you played.
And I don't know, we did see one big word in this one, but I noticed in the programs I saw that there are some very large words introduced and usually explained.
Yes, I try to do that anyway. Floyd serves well as a character who will then ask, what does that mean? Sometimes in a joking way. And then Methuselah is often the one who explains it. Sometimes Bill the Duck.
These are biblically based, and maybe that's what makes them the greatest treasure. Morals and values, of course, are reflected, but there's a scripture verse highlighted in each one.
Yes, there is. Each story, I try to find stories that have some real significance in life, and I know that sometimes that sounds silly when you're talking about kids 3 to 8, but they start to pick these things up very early. And parents a lot of times are trying to get their kids to understand bits and pieces of Scripture and understand how Scripture works in your life and how God works in your life at a very young age. And so I want them to see that also in the Pond DVDs.
Well, this one really spoke to me. The little things, trust starts small. It's not even the scripture you highlighted, but the one that popped up in my heart was that he who's faithful with little will be given much. It spoke to me.
It's in Luke, right? Well, in that story, the story kind of hits on 2 levels. For the parents with the younger kids, it's don't break your toys. With parents with the older kids, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9, it is that scripture verse. You can't be trusted with the little things, you can't be trusted with the big things.
Well, you have been entrusted with a mission that has cost you quite a lot, Charlie. Your career started in Hollywood. You were in high places and given great opportunities. And you chose to go another path which has paved the road of rejection too many times to count. Tell us your media journey.
Well, I was working for a primetime sitcom on NBC. Thrilled to do it. I loved doing it. There were plenty of challenges with it because being the lone Christian on a staff of sitcom writers is a strange position to be in. But I did like it, and when the show was canceled, I started being asked to pitch children's shows to the networks and the studios. Over and over and over again, they would ask me to pitch these shows. Now, I had no desire to do this. I thought, okay, I'll bide some time until the next show, until I land on the next sitcom.
You hadn't made children your focus.
Oh, no.
That wasn't...
I came in kicking and screaming.
Oh.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
And now I have this great burden for children's entertainment. But I thought I was going to be a sitcom writer for the rest of my life. By golly, it paid well, so that was another good reason to stay in it, right?
I can see it. Were you married at the time
I was.
and raising a family?
Well, see, in this process, we had child number 1. And so,
That does things to your heart and your thinking.
oh boy, does it. I wish more of these people had children who are writing for children. Many of them don't.
That explains a lot.
And I wish they were, a lot of the people who do some of these shows that are objectionable that children watch, don't let their own kids watch these shows.
Interesting.
Right. So, so I'm pitching these shows. They're all being rejected. I'm trying to pitch something with a moral. I'm trying to pitch something that has parents as real role models.
Who are respected by the children, perhaps?
Yes, unheard of in
Wow.
Hollywood. How hard is that? And how terrific would that be? I mean, like the Cosby Show did, where you had role models as parents. Well, that's gone, especially in children's entertainment. You have to wonder, where are all the parents especially when you're watching shows that portray kids, not animals, but actual kids, and the parents, if they are there, they're usually absent. And there are some where you'll see parents, but it's all very cheesy, and there's no moral to it. And I
No
wanted
sense of authority.
No, and I want to do something different. I wanted this shouldn't be different, but it turns out in this industry it is, where parents are the role models, and children look up to their parents and actually learn from their parents, like real life
Like God
does.
designed.
Right, exactly. But that got rejected time and time again. But strangely, they kept asking me back. In this process, I gained a real burden for children's entertainment. God was doing something sneaky. If God had told me, you're going to go on this trek where you spend 5 years trying to break into the entertainment industry, in the sitcom world, you're going to finally break in, and then I'm going to pull you out of that and send you into the children's entertainment, direct-to-video, I would have said, I can't do that. That's a lot of work. And he knows that. He knew better.
Also a lot of money, because you
Oh, yeah.
ultimately had to do it yourself.
I did.